Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Nemesis Gaming League. I'm joined in the booth by Gallium. Gallium, man, how are you doing?
I'm doing phenomenally, Flip. I'm so ready for this matchup, man.
I'm ready for this matchup, and I'm ready to get this one started because we're 17 minutes behind and nobody's counting. So hopefully this one doesn't go to 7. But Gallium, guess what's gonna happen?
It's gonna go to 7.
Oh, we're going
Another
to
late
7,
night.
baby. Mm-hmm.
Another late night. Dare I say another Thursday stream? Or actually, last time it was Tuesday stream. We'll get a Thursday stream. We'll switch it up a little bit.
Hey, man. Thursday stream would go crazy. 4 days of Nemesis streams would go crazy. But Gallium, here we got to talk about a little bit about these teams before, while they're cooking. As Tman's going for an air dribble, not going to get past Vulcan though. But we've got Dragons versus Inferno here, and this Inferno team is missing a very key player on their roster. Rockiers, though, he's still that guy. And obviously, on the other side, we have Bluey and Vulcan, who have been teaming for longer than I've been alive. As this Dragons team, I feel like they're always around Gallium. So we've got, honestly, some of the best teams here and a nerfed Inferno. So, obviously, Tman's playing. That's the big talking point. But, Gallium, who do you got in this series as Rockiers tries to make a play happen here?
Honestly, I have a little bit more faith in Tman than I think a lot of people do. I think he's pretty solid player. I say 4-2 Dragons just because they looked so good in their last series. Bluey especially just popped off, but Prism had a lot of key plays in their last series. So if he plays well, then I can definitely see them taking it maybe even like shorter amount of games, but it's probably going to go to 7 because, just our luck. But I mean, you did mention something about Rockiers being him, and I agree. He's the best player in Titan in my personal opinion. I know it's like very debated, between like him and Lakes and whoever, but I don't know. I think he's that guy.
Yeah, that guy, he might just be, but his shots so far not falling quite yet. Both these teams really not able to get a whole lot of shots on the board. Only one, and that was that one right there from Rockiers. Is now Rockiers able to get a nice pass mid, but Tman locked out and not locked in as he is gonna have to get saved by Juju as Bluey now looking for a follow-up shot. That one gonna get saved by Tman and Juju combining, and Vulcan couldn't get it past Rockiers. Now Prism hitting that one to the corner. Tman no boost to work with, so an awkward touch. Juju able to get a 50, but it's only as far as Bluey, and Bluey's shot is a great one, but Rockiers with an even better save. Titan League so far already showing out. The defense has been locked in. Vulcan looking for the musty flick. Not gonna have any power though. He had zero boost to work with, but a dangerous touch here. And you're saying uh-oh because Juju might be
Yeah.
DC'd. I don't know what's going
Oh
on
no,
there,
he's
but
moving now.
he's alive. He's alive. And you know what? I'm glad it wasn't with 26 seconds left in Game 7. That is a lot better time. At least it's Game 1, and there's still half the game left to play, and it's 0-0. So now we got to see if these teams can really turn on the offense, because I know they're both capable of it, but just about who strikes first. It's going to be
Oh!
Rockiers. No, it's not. It's going to be
Oh my
Bluey with
gosh.
the save. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. And that's how they're going to score. Team with Oh my gosh, it's the demo coming through. An insane save, but a little cheeky demo here from Rockiers.
Yeah, what a play overall by Rockiers. He gets an insane shot, but Bluey with an incredible save, but he still stays in the play. Rockiers getting a very crucial demo. And Tman, he didn't have to do much. He just did enough to sneak it over that last defender. And Inferno, they are surprisingly up by 1 right now. Dragons faltering early.
Yeah, the shots just not falling. We've seen a couple great ones, but honestly, I feel like Inferno has put up just as many. But now a good pass there from Juju, but Tman just too high up for it. Rockiers caught out a little bit. Vulcan with a great 50. That one passed across the net, but Prism not quite ready for it. Prism with one touch, and it's going to go into Juju. Bluey with a good 50 as Rockiers on the backboard, getting pre-jumped by Vulcan. Rockiers zero boost, though, so he goes low. Tman going to be there to follow it up. Tman now looking for the shot. Oh, fake coming out, though, and so that ball sent to Rockiers. Rockiers popping that one up for his teammate, but Vulcan going to be the first one there. Doesn't put the shot on. Tried to pass it down to his teammate, and so now it's going to be an opportunity for Juju to get it clear. Rockiers sending that one to the corner. Juju's there as well. Juju with one touch. That ball going mid. Tman decides to not go for it, so Juju going to try to take control. Bluey over Vulcan in this, or sorry, in Prism in the same spot. Now it's going to be Vulcan down towards the Inferno corner, and a minute and a half remaining. Dragons really not getting anything going on offense, as now it's an opportunity for Prism, but Juju already on top of it. Bluey now with a great challenge, but it's going to be Tman getting a huge dunk. Vulcan with a nice touch, and a minute remaining here. It's Bluey with the long clear. Rockiers with zero boost, and Bluey just getting it over him.
Bluey arrived just on time. I mean, he was the man in the last series, and he continues to be that guy. And that goal is a result of a problem that I'm seeing from Inferno early. their third man is just playing way too far up. And I don't even know if they know who is third man half the time. So they really need to iron that out. But Juju says, all right, I'm just going to swerve in that corner. Whoa, and score.
That was really good. Gallium as now Juju. What the, oh my god, that was an insane touch though. And Vulcan, I think that was Vulcan. I might have been Bluey. I don't know. Somebody went flying by. They went flying by so fast I couldn't even see them. Juju able to make it a 1-goal game once again. And Dragons worked so hard for that goal, Gallium, and they just, man, they gave it away very, very quickly. And with our minute remaining, this Dragons team, I mean, like, they've had like shots here and there, but like, man, it really has felt like it has been all Inferno. And there, a double commit from Bluey and Vulcan results in an opportunity kind of wasted. Now, Rockiers with some time. That will go to the backboard, but Bluey with a long clear. And that's how they scored the last goal, was off a counterattack. Can it happen here? Or, oh, Vulcan was looking for the shot there. And 30 seconds remaining here. It's going to be Dragons trying to make the game tying goal, send this to overtime, but it looks like Inferno to have a lot of different plans, but a good touch there from Vulcan. Tman up in the air. Tman getting it around one. Bluey, he's up now with the butt. Oh my goodness. The blobfish, the cockroach, it don't matter. This man is everywhere.
I mean, look at that touch and the awareness to recognize that Bluey thought he was going high and he 50s him low. Tman, I mean, he's just making an impact early. He has 2 goals in the Titan League playoffs. This is the semifinals as Rockiers. I think he missed an open net there, but we don't worry about it.
Open net, schmopen net. Those are too easy for him. Gallium, you know, like, he's got to do the challenging ones, like this one right here that he's going to clip on Vulcan, because Vulcan, actually a good save there by Prism, but Juju, that touch, it doesn't matter. The Dragons, somehow, they are losing game number 1 here to Inferno, losing game number 1 here to Tman. Let's be honest, this man MVP. Shout out the cockroach on top of his car. I missed the Nomad, though. That was a lot more interesting, but you know what, Tman, we'll let you play in the auction, I guess. But, man, a huge game here from Tman, and Juju scored as well. We said Rockiers, hey, that man's him. He's not the one with the goals, but as a whole, I think this Inferno team just literally outplayed Dragons, like, everywhere. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I mean, in the first half of the game, Dragons, they looked sharp, but Inferno got that goal early. And I think that really set the tone. Dragons just couldn't quite claw their way back into this one. And I really am impressed with the play of Juju, right? I mean, he is technically that third man on this Inferno roster. You know, not a whole lot of people think of him when they think of Inferno, but honestly, he's been the most consistently impressive. Just his challenges in the midfield and his consistency on defense, just allowing his teammates to cook, you know, for lack of a better term. I mean, Rockiers obviously didn't have the, you know, explosive game that I don't think I expected, but Tman, if you could have either one of those players pop off, I think they'll be perfectly fine. Dragons, on the other hand, Bluey can't be the only one putting a hand up. Prism's really got to step up his game in order to get Dragons back into this series and back into this game too.
Yep, man, it's got to be Prism because, I mean, Vulcan's hand was kind of up, but that's probably as far as Vulcan's 5-2 hand can reach. So, it's going to have to be a Bluey masterclass, in my opinion. This one, I need to see Bluey cook because this man, second overall player rating in all of Titan. And that's for a reason. This man has been him for a very long time now. Can it actually happen in the playoffs? Juju with a good 50 there. Able to get a follow-up as well, but Vulcan already on top of that one. Bluey now looking for the pass. Gets the beat on Rockiers and trying to get the 50 on Tman, but Tman was already there. A good touch there from Prism. Up to Bluey. Bluey looking for his teammate Vulcan. Vulcan, not a lot of boost. Tries to pass it back down to Prism, but Prism had left the vicinity already. Now Rockiers with one good touch. Able to get the follow-up as well. Trying to get the air dribble over Prism, and he does, and the shot from Tman. Oh my goodness, somebody stop it!
I mean, listen, I know you're his former teammate, right? You know, you're just a little upset that, you know, he was, you know, you're in his shadow for a little bit, Flip. It's okay. It's okay, Flip. But, I mean, Tman's here to play, all right? Tman is here to dominate. And you know what? I'm here for it.
Yeah, I'm here for something, and I'm here for Bluey. Oh my goodness, this man, whatever you can... What a kickoff, first off, but man, what a read. Bluey is just there. He, like, the speed of that ball and able to catch up to it, it's a lot harder than it looks. That's all I'm saying. Bluey able to tie up this game, but hey, last time the game got tied up, it was a kickoff goal immediately. A demo, though, on to Tman from Bluey. Not going to allow Inferno to just get right back in the lead, so it's going to be Dragons on offense as Bluey with a tactical fake, looking for the shot now. LK would have hit that one, but Bluey couldn't put that one away. Vulcan now with a back pass. Bluey a little too far up though, but with a nice backflip is able to get over one. Rockiers has to get a challenge in his own corner. Prism now with a little bit of time, but hits that one straight to Rockiers. Vulcan already in the air though, and Tman able to get a touch on it and send that ball just far enough to where Bluey could not get to it. Prism trying to get a touch, but Rockier is already on top of him. Bluey, 100 boost, 200 boost as he picked up another pad and able to get a
Oh
50.
no.
Oh my
Oh
goodness,
my
man.
gosh.
Almost hit the shot of his life and almost had 2 goals again, but an insane save there from Prism. Vulcan with the shot, but Rockiers with an easy save here. And Gallium, man, it's only been a minute and a half, but both these teams, they're showing why they're the semifinals of Titan. These guys are putting some extraordinary shots up, and the defense is just as good.
Yeah, and I feel like both these teams, they're on equal footing. You know, it didn't feel that way. Last game is all right, some interesting plays on the defensive side of Inferno happening, but I mean, honestly, you have to be kind of concerned for the Dragons because they've been playing with each other all season long, right? I mean, this Inferno team is scrapped together, and you know
Ooh.
what? Just team it, have yourself a day. Why don't you?
Oh my goodness. I don't know how he does it.
I
It
don't I
is.
don't like this. I
It,
don't like this.
did you see the air roll? Because I didn't. He doesn't need it. He's just there. It doesn't matter. The cockroach shit. It is inevitable. This man, he's named T-Man for a reason. That T stands for Thanos. That man is inevitable. Juju with the long
Oh
clear down to
my.
Rockiers. Rockiers said, "Oh my goodness, what did you put on that one?" The amount of mustard was a little too much. Now Vulcan able to pass it over to Rockiers instead. As Rockiers going for the backboard, Vulcan able to make the save, farm some points. As Juju now trying to get another great 50. Bluey has to hit it off his own backboard, and guess who's there? It's it's the T-Man as Bluey now. No boost to work with. Trying to get a touch past Rockiers. Rockiers with a good 50. Juju demo hunting. T-Man now has to go for that one, and it's going to be Prism clearing that one all the way down instead. Rockiers and T-Man on the back wall. Rockiers to the ceiling. Rockiers able to get a flip. Not a great follow-up touch, though, but T-Man able to get it over Vulcan. Trying to look for the follow as well. Bluey had him blocked, and Bluey now looking for the 50. Juju with a good 50, though. Prism backwards still. Trying to make a challenge on that ball. Vulcan, not a lot of boost. Able to pick up the 100 pad and able to make that save. Dragons, once again, down by 1. Trying to make a play happen, but their offense has just seemed so stagnant. Not a lot of plays coming through. Bluey really only it was a long goal, like a long clear goal over Rockier's head and a kickoff goal. That's the only goals Dragons have scored compared to Inferno, who had T-Man slotting things left and right. Gallium, this Dragons offense really needs to get going.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting absolutely shut down in their own defensive end, right? And it's I honestly think Rockiers and Juju in their own defensive end have just been dominating the midfield, and T-Man has been scoring. That is the only time you're going to see the Raiders logo win anything this season. It's on T-Man's car right now.
Yeah, I need Ashton Jindy to pop off, though. He's on my fantasy team as Rockiers able to make a great save off of Bluey's shot as clear there. Trying to go out to T-Man, but it's going to be Prism. Now looking for the double. Juju kind of awkward. Rockiers also awkward, but Rockiers is never awkward. He couldn't. Able to make a touch there as Bluey couldn't get the double. Rockiers was waiting patiently for that one. Prism gonna get pre-jumped by Rockiers. T-Man not gonna go for that one, but he's gonna play the whiff because why not? Juju now has to pre-jump and doesn't make the contact as now Prism towards the back wall, and Rockiers already there and waiting. Now Rockiers, a little bit of time, not a whole lot of boost. Able to get the flip. Bluey able to get the dunk. That one going the long way, and T-Man has to pass it right back to him, but T-Man still able to get the clear. 40 seconds remaining. Somebody's got to make a play happen. It looks like Prism has been the main player there to start these offensive attacks, and it's not been working out great. Dragons still, though, are in this Inferno half, and they've been here for a minute, trying to make something happen. Rockiers with a flip reset around 1. T-Man with a dunk around another. Prism able to get back to it, though. Rockiers with some boost, but not anymore. He got demoed. Vulcan going for the corner. Prism's going to be there, and it's going to be a insane spawn into a clear from Rockiers, and that might just do it, but there's still 10 seconds remaining. T-Man, one touch towards the sidewall, and it's going to be Vulcan on the side. Vulcan going for the musty flick, going for the dunk now on Rockiers, but Rockiers is just there. Bluey, he tried to pop it, and T-Man said, "Hey, I don't gotta touch this ball." Inferno will take a 2-0 lead.
I mean, this lead is very impressive, but the last time I saw a team who probably shouldn't even be in the series go up a bunch, they got reverse swept twice. It's happened twice this season. Shout out Rockerman for that one. But I just, I wouldn't get too comfortable yet if you're Inferno. Only 1-1, obviously. They had a great performance overall, but I mean, Dragons, they can still come back into this one. It's totally not out of the realm of possibility for sure. I just think Bluey and Vulcan need to find that connection. Prism has been doing pretty well in the midfield. So if one of them as second man can get under one of these 50s and make a play happen as, all right, so we're getting creative. All right.
That's a great way to put it. I'd say we're getting worse at Rocket League as Bluey um, flips into the ground and goes off course, and Juju capitalizes. A great as Bluey claims kickoff lag. Bluey, I say kickoff diff, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. That one going to go in the back of the net in a 1-goal handicap here. Almost a 2-goal handicap. Bluey able to make a save there. As now he's got to get a beat on Tman, but no one can seem to beat Tman, at least on this pitch, is now Juju. Looking for a pass. Prism going to stop that one, and guess who's there? Rockiers. He has been everywhere, man. On the midfield specifically, and on the defensive line, it is always Rockiers. His teammate now looking for a touch here, but it's going to be Bluey trying to pass that one over to Vulcan. Vulcan looking for the slot. That one going to go wide. Rockiers has the clear as well. Able to get it around another last man. Prism able to just barely get a touch. Now Vulcan trying to pass it back to him, but Juju is there. Bluey not able to make contact, and Vulcan is able to get back to it. But Inferno looking dangerous as Rockiers tries to pass it over to Tman. Tman couldn't read that many touches as Bluey now has some boost, has some time. Trying to get it around Rockiers because he has been the wall, and man, you just can't do it. This man is just drawing a line at midfield, and if you're trying to get past him, you're just not able to. But that time, able to, and Vulcan didn't have a teammate that believed in him, or just had teammates that believed in Rockiers too much. Either way, nobody was there, and Dragons waste a perfectly good opportunity. Bluey now trying to make a play happen with a flip reset, but gonna get cleared away by Tman. Juju downfield looking for the redirect. He's there!
Oh.
Tman with the clear. Juju with the finish.
I mean, this all stemmed from the Bluey and Vulcan double commit. I mean, you would think those two would be the least likely to double commit, but, you know, it just happened, unfortunately, and that's what you get. Juju down the pitch. Great shot from him. He already has 2 goals. One of them was a little interesting, you know, that kickoff goal, but this one, that was a very nice angle that he got on that ball. So, you know, Inferno, they're up 2-0. And if I'm them, I'm just going to keep playing how I'm playing. You don't need to park the bus against this Dragon team. They haven't done anything threatening so far. So I would just not adjust at all. It seems like I'm saying to a lot of teams adjust, but in this case, Inferno, don't adjust. This Rockiers is almost just going to beat all 3 Dragons players here.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, like, I don't know if you can adjust. Tman plays one way, and that's the way of the goal. Either side, he either sits on the goal line or he's scoring goals. Usually, he does both. But in this series so far, he's been the goal scorer, and Rockiers has been that rock on defense. And this time it's going to be Juju. And I thought someone was going to challenge from Dragons. That's why I didn't say nothing. But it's just going to be Rockiers literally sending them all. As Juju, he got 2 bumps apparently.
Jeez.
And God, just a huge bumps there.
I mean, Juju, not only did he get the hat trick, but he also bumped 2 of them on that play, just doing it all himself. Rockiers, great patience, though. Great control from him, but just seems like every player just popping off at the right time. You know, Juju just, instead of hitting the ball, he really likes to, you know, hit the opponents first and then hit the ball. You know, the ball is just a secondary goal from him as Prism gonna get an interesting touch. Okay, Tman, this is unfair. I can't watch this anymore.
Man, Juju's been absolutely lights out, but I just hate watching this man. Like, this Tman guy, he's just always there. It is just unfathomable. Oh, Tman can't get that touch. Oh, of course he can. Why not? The cockroach just extends his hitbox just a little bit farther, I swear. Anyway, you said Juju, you know, sometimes he doesn't want to hit the ball. He wants to hit the player. Sounds like Antonio Brown, not Juju. But Prism now able to make a good touch there, and Bluey and the Dragons, they got to get something going. Bluey trying to take a shot, and Rockier is going to say, no, thank you, I'm going to take a shot. And he's going to send it all the way downfield and put it away and go ahead and put game 3 away. There's 2 minutes left, and, man, pull this one out early. I don't know. It's this one's over.
Yeah, this one's looking a little bit rough. You know, very reminiscent of pretty much all the Dragons playoff runs. They just lose to teams that they shouldn't lose to. And so far, it's just ringing true here. I really don't know what adjustment they can make. It just seems like they have so many issues, as Bluey is definitely not one of them at this point, and Vulcan can't find the touch. Granted, it was a little bit of a difficult shot, as Rockiers is just going to do it himself, and Juju almost scores again. So it just seems like Inferno just completely controlled this match from start to finish. Dragons, they only have 3 shots, and there's a minute and 40 seconds remaining, so they pretty much have no chance as
Oh,
Tman, rare miss from him. They pretty much have no chance in this game 3. But honestly, I do think when there's a will, there's a way. There's been 2 reverse sweeps this season. Why not make it 3?
look, I'm just saying, somehow, some way, this is gonna go to Game 7. Obviously, I don't think Dragons are gonna win this one unless Bluey pulls off a miracle. He's looking for the pinch there. Just no touch coming through. Bluey just seemed to be flailing just a little bit as the Dragons seem desperate for some offense here. As Juju not able to make a touch. Prism able to send that one back to the corner. Bluey now the good 50, going for the bump on Rockiers. Tman gonna help out his teammate there. Now Juju trying to get the read, but it's gonna be Rockiers able to make that clear. Dragons seem to have a lot of pressure here. Not really able to convert it into a quality shot yet, though, as Prism is going to get dunked by Rockiers, but it's going to be Bluey putting that one right behind Juju, and it's going to be Vulcan putting that one in the top right corner. A good controlled touch here from Bluey, and a good shot as well in Vulcan with a nice slot.
Yeah, I think Juju got the flip reset on that one accidentally and used his flip to, pass Vulcan the ball inadvertently. So a little bit of a mistake on their end, but honestly, they could afford to make as many mistakes as they want. It's Tman with probably the ugliest kickoff of 2025 to start us off here.
The Tman kickoff will always be unbeaten, as Rockiers gonna get a nice flip stealing shots, but Bluey is gonna get a nice save as well. Juju, though, making a huge dunk. Tman not quite T-ready for that one, but a huge T-double comes out as Bluey now able to make one touch and try to get around him. Prism able to cut as well, but Bluey's going to have to put that one on target. That one's going to go off the backboard. Could have been an opportunity for Dragons, but it probably was too little too late anyway. That's a good 50 from Vulcan. Prism popping that one up high. Bluey, can we make some magic happen? Can we at least get a clip out of this game? No, it's going to hit the ground in Inferno. A 3-0 lead in Gallium. It all starts here.
I mean, listen, I know it's a little late, but so far this series has been an absolute snooze fest. Dragons is not even putting a hand up so far. It's just been all Inferno, right? And it's so frustrating because Smooth is known to pick up players in the draft who have the silliest names and just somehow win random championships with them. So, honestly, we see Blaze in the Rival League final. And we see Inferno. I mean, listen, if Inferno can win one more game, Smooth is probably going to be the happiest man this side of the Mississippi. But I think they could give or take a game. I think Inferno's in a spot comfortably where they could lose a game and still be okay. But honestly, I just kind of want to see a sweep because this series has just not been ideal so far.
I guys, I gotta admit it. I am Tman hater.
Wow, really?
I never would have guessed. But also, I'm a Vulcan hater. And that's... and so, at the same time, it's a win-win situation for me. Also a lose-lose situation for me. But I want to see one of these teams at least put up a good game. And this Dragons team, so far, not quite done... stepped up to their expectations of my expectations for them. Bluey almost just shot my expectations out of the water, though, as that shot was crazy. But... it just was barely off target. Now Bluey going for the Joyo double touch off the ground. Not going to happen there. And Rockiers able to get a clear. Rockiers not able to get the follow-up touch, though. So Prism able to continue this offense. Tman not a lot of boost, but Tman a huge body. So he's going to get in the way there. As now Bluey going to hit that one off the back wall. Tman 0 boost to work with. But the mind games as he went for the fake. As Vulcan with a nice dunk. And Vulcan with a nice beat. Vulcan, can he make it happen? No, he can't. And Bluey, his savior, gonna come in here for the flip reset. Oh my gosh, the musty almost went crazy. Tman with a great touch, though. And now Tman not able to get the follow, but Juju is able to get the clear. Bluey is right on top of it, though. Vulcan looking for the pass back down. That one might have could have been a shot. I don't know. It was way off target, though, so it's gonna be Prism launching that one. That one hitting the crossbar. Vulcan put it away. Whoa. There it is.
Wow. That was a great play, actually, from the Dragons. Bluey over to Prism. Prism, he went for the shot, but, I'm sure he doesn't mind it going off the crossbar and right into the waiting arms of Vulcan. Vulcan, he has been pretty much the only second man that has done anything this series so far. He's been there for every single pass, it seems, and he's gotten some goals out of it. So should you see better team play from this Dragon team overall? It just feels like their first man and second man aren't really connecting so far, and we've seen that a lot in this playoffs, but in Titan League you just really can't have that happen.
Yeah, and you know, if there's any time for them to really clean it up and show what they're really capable of, I feel like that was the time. You know, there's no better time than going down 3-0 in semifinals. You know, if you want to make finals, you got to do it now. So Bluey gonna try to make it happen as he beats 2 there, but Rockiers already on top of it. Last man, he don't care. He's going. Vulcan now able to get an air dribble around Juju, but man, the T defense there as he gets that cleared all the way down to Juju. Juju off the crossbar. Prism just able to make that touch, and now looking for the counterattack is Bluey. Bluey going for the flip reset, looking for another touch, but Tman was there for the dunk. Bluey not able to get a touch there, so Rockiers in the air, and oh my goodness, Rockiers is in the air. Vulcan also trying to get the challenge, but Rockiers sends it around him. Going for the bump on Prism, but Prism able to dodge it and get a nice save as Juju not able to get the 50. Rockiers, he's going, but oh my goodness, he is gone. Juju now with some control, going for the air dribble. Tman going for the T bump, and he had it, but the save from Bluey comes out. Now Vulcan looking to pass this one down. Bluey looking to take it. That one gonna go to the sidewall, and half the game remaining. A 1-0 lead here for the Dragons. Inferno really not able to put anything on the board. A couple dangerous shots, but it has been Bluey making these saves. Another one right there. Rockiers now, it's his turn. That one going to the back wall. That one water falling down. Rockiers not able to put it on. And he also gonna clear it away from Tman. Didn't trust Tman with the shot, I understand, as now Tman looking for the air dribble. And gosh, Gallium, this Inferno team, they looking primed to score so many times. This Dragons defense holding on. That one gonna get saved away as well. Oh my goodness, Dragons are surviving.
I mean, the D in Dragons, I guess it does stand for defense. You know, I didn't really think that at first, but now I'm starting to see the defensive prowess. They only have 2 saves on the score sheet, but I feel like it should be a lot more, if I'm going to be completely honest. It just seems like they're doing a lot in the defensive end, and hopefully they could capitalize right here as Vulcan can't find the touch. But Inferno, down the stretch, they're looking so dangerous here, Flip.
Yes, but at the same time, the Dragons defense is able to hold on. Now, can it continue? Rockiers going to try to put a screamer on. That one almost, but Prism with a nice touch, and Juju now going to hit that one to the sidewall. Bluey going to leave that one for Vulcan. Vulcan going to leave that one for Juju. Juju going for the flick. That one going to get saved away by Prism. Rockiers now with some time. Rockiers with no time as Prism had that one dunked, but Juju over to Rockiers. Rockiers to the back wall. Guess who's up? It's going to be Tman. Is he there? Vulcan able to make the save, and Prism now looking for the counter. Dragons have survived the T shot. Now can they get some offense going? Tman going to have to backflip that one out as Bluey now looking for the back pass. Vulcan gonna take that one to the side, or to the corner. Vulcan now looking for a teammate in the midfield, but it's gonna be Rockiers with one save. Juju with one touch, but it's Bluey continuing the offense, and Tman gonna T-ramp off that post, and Rockiers with one touch, but it's gonna go over to Tman looking for the air dribble. Gonna get as far as Juju's. Juju hits that one off the back wall. Tman off the back wall one more time. Rockiers not quite ready for it as Vulcan sends that one down. Rockiers not a lot of boost. That ball to the back wall is Prism there. Not before Juju is, and he is able to get the stop. All the Dragons got to do is survive for 10 more seconds. Can they do it? Or will there be a certain man who is inevitable? Tman got a demo, but he needed to get the ball. Prism was able to get the long clear. Now Rockiers in the air, and Rockiers going to get shut down by Vulcan, and Dragons have shown up.
You know, that is a great win from them. Not the prettiest win of all time, but definitely necessary to, keep their series alive. And I think, they just needed a win here to really, get the momentum going. I've noticed that Titan teams just don't really like to call timeouts. So, I mean, I guess they're just all 3 better coaches than our LCS coaches at the end of the day. So can't really fault them on that. But what you can fault them on is just the lack of offensive pressure at times is really concerning. It seems like Inferno just kind of gets into the Dragon zone and doesn't let up. But the Dragons, they feed off these counterattacks. And that's what's been scoring them goals so far. So I'm looking for them to really get some offense going. I mean, I know Vulcan had that great play that was set up by a Prism crossbar pass, but I just need to see a little bit more team play out of this Dragons team to make me want to believe.
Yeah, well, our rival had a disbeliever all series long, and his name was Ventus, and he got proven wrong. So hopefully Dragons able to prove you wrong here as Tman now gonna send that one up high. Bluey with some time, and I will say that game was a 1-0 victory for the Dragons. I feel like they've scored only 1 goal like every game. Like it's always just been 1. So if they're able to keep Inferno scoreless, could be a sign for victory here. But Prism gonna look to make the first goal here for Dragons. Rockiers trying to get a touch, and he's able to, but it's still Bluey territory, and that one gonna be in the back of the net.
What a goal from Bluey. Rockiers a little awkward, and Vulcan again just owning Rockiers with these 50s so far. And that one is no bigger 50 than that one. I mean, especially in the semifinals here, especially when your team down 3-1 in the series. Really looking for Tman to step up. I think that's the reason that the Dragons kind of falter. They're like, Tman isn't supposed to be playing this well. And sure enough, Tman just started popping off. So I think they want to come back. They really need to see something as... Okay. All right. This is unfair.
Oh my goodness. Oh my. Rockiers, don't they have families. Vulcan trying to make a last-ditch save, but God, Rockiers just putting the insane waterfall shot in, and oh my goodness, Inferno have come alive, and they scored a goal, which means Dragons can't win 1-0 anymore. They gotta score 2 goals in this game, and by golly, that probably won't happen. So Rockiers here trying to make the Inferno team to the grand finals. I feel like he's always on the Inferno, and I feel like they're always going to the grand finals, and he's trying to do it one more time here. Tman, though, trying to be that one to make it happen. No touch coming through, as now Juju looking for the shot. That one going to be off target. Vulcan trying to get a touch, and Tman's going to hit it around him. A demo as well, but Bluey able to get a long clear. Vulcan taking his time, trying to get it around Rockiers, and he does so beautifully. Juju with a nice touch, though. Prism side flips, and Bluey's kind of awkward. Tman clears that one down to the Dragon's corner where Bluey's lying in wait, but there's a Tman on top of him. Bluey now sitting into the sidewall, and Rockiers respecting the pinch, going back, and Juju disrespecting his opponents, literally deleting them from the field. Prism disrespecting the Rockiers with that challenge as he just went, and Juju had to make a save. Vulcan touch, not the greatest, as Rockiers pops that one to himself, looking for a follow-up. Prism was up, and that one gonna get sent mid. Juju with the dunk! Oh my goodness! Bluey just got put on a t-shirt!
I mean, the Dragons having a case of bad juju here. What an insane 50. You know what? It wasn't even a 50. It was the dunk of the century. Juju just, you know, putting it top shelf. You know, the cookies are up there, and I don't think the Dragons are reaching those cookies anytime soon.
If you're gonna challenge, make sure you don't get dunked on. Damn it. You don't go up if you're gonna get put on a poster like that one. But still, Dragons, they need to find a way through. Bluey, you gotta be that man. I know you just got put on a t-shirt. I need you to put someone else on a t-shirt. Vulcan, he's gonna be trying to want to do it, but the lights were just a little too bright. Bluey, the lights might be blinding him, but just able to get back. It's gonna be Tman, though, off the backboard. Rockiers putting that one away. And oh my goodness, Inferno, a 3-1 lead. And I'm not talking about the series. This is game 5. And it might be game 5 set game match here, Gallium. They are 2.5 minutes away from going to the grand finals.
I mean, there's definitely a pattern in this game, or sorry, in this series, as you mentioned earlier. Dragons have only scored 1 goal each game, it feels like. So, you know, they got their 1 goal this game, and they're down by 2. So they just need to say, you know, just throw caution to the wind and really start pumping out that offense. Don't, like, you know, go absolutely 100% into the offensive end with all 3 players, but, you know, start ramping up the pressure a bit. It just seems like Inferno is just way too comfortable. I mean, you have Tman basically drinking a mojito on the beach in the defensive end. I mean, it's just looking real comfortable from this Inferno's team.
Yep, Tman on the beach is not an image I ever want again. Thank you, Gallium. Yeah.
Anytime, bro.
No. But Tman has been actually just, it feels like he's been able to play the way he wants to, and shout out to Rockiers and Juju for really like enabling him in that sense. As now Juju gonna try to fake challenge that one and try to get another 50 here. It's gonna be Prism, though, able to win that 50, but Tman's already there. Now Rockiers going to the sidewall. Bluey not able to get up to it. Rockiers able to get one more touch over Vulcan as well. Tman came flying in, but no shot there, as now Tman with a pass down to Juju. Juju looking for back to Tman. He pre-jumped it. He was ready, but just not enough. Rockiers now off the ceiling. He's going to leave that one for Juju. That one hit the crossbar. Tman not going to have the shot. And 2 games ago, Tman's putting that one in the back of the net. But this game, he's letting his teammates do the work. As Prism looking for the shot there. Rockiers able to get a nice save. Rockiers able to get a nice 50 as well on Vulcan, as Tman now hitting that one to the back wall. It's going to be Rockiers dropping that one down to Juju. Oh my goodness, Rockiers. What a pass.
Good game. Well played. That was fun. I mean, it just seems like this is just all over for the Dragons. There's no way they're coming back into this one. No way they're coming back in this series, and just very lackluster performance from them. I expected a lot more. Especially with Tman on the field, especially with the Inferno's number 2 player not on the field. And it looked like this has been their roster all season. I mean, do you put Pizza in after this? I mean, T-Man, he's been looking pretty good. I don't know if it was just Rockiers and Juju just playing that much better, though.
Tman gets that 1 game peak a season, so that's what just happened, and we're just gonna let him have it, and we're gonna bench him for the finals, and you're gonna see who they play coming up next. But Tman has been showing out, going for the double here. It's gonna be Juju though, taking that shot. Bluey able to make the save. Prism, one last clip, maybe going for the flip reset on Rockiers. It's not gonna be that easy, as Rockiers still able to make the save, even though he almost got bumped. Now Rockiers trying to put a goal on, but Vulcan gonna send that one down, and oh, excuse me, as Inferno go to the grand finals, and Dragons, Bluey and Vulcan fall short once again.
Out of all the leagues, we're just missing one team that we are unsure about going to the grand finals, and that is going to be our next game. Who will face Inferno in the grand finals? This Inferno team has piqued my interest. This game, Rockiers had 2 goals, 2 assists, 5 saves. So definitely the MVP of game 5 for sure. So if he can replicate the performance he had in this game, whoever faces them, either Spartans or Venganza, they're going to have a tough time dealing with them.
Yeah, and it's the defense, and I would say, hey guys, just go, watch the VOD, see what they do, and see how they play, and then you're gonna see Tman on the pitch, and you're like, well, that's not who we're gonna play. I really hope, because I don't want to cast a finals for Tman, a Titan finals where Tman's playing. I'm not gonna lie, but
He was in the
you know,
Rival League finals last season, right?
oof, yeah, did not cast that one as Tman. Yeah, he put on a show, but I do think Rockiers and Juju just played really solid around him. But Gallium, it was a great 5 game series, and it was a great series as a whole. But that just put us right back on schedule. Thank the Lord. So Gallium, if you got nothing left to say, we got to figure out who this Inferno team is going to go up against.
I'm excited. I cast that game, so make sure to stick around, guys. Come on, lock in.
Gotta lock in for Gallium. So, guys, we'll be right back. It is going to be Spartans versus Venganza in about a couple minutes. We'll be right back. And T-Man, great win. Vulcan, nice loss, buddy. Deuces.